Welcome back to Next Bike World, the channel where we dive deep into the latest rides shaping the streets and trails of tomorrow. Today, we're checking out one of the most exciting scooters in the adventure category, a bike that blurs the line between urban practicality and rugged fun, the 2025 Honda ADV 160. This isn't just your typical city scooter. Honda has taken the commuter concept, injected it with adventure styling, added some serious tech, and created something that appeals to riders who want more than just a way to get from point A to point B. So buckle up, because this one's got a lot going on. The Honda ADV 160 has always been marketed as a crossover between a traditional scooter and an adventure bike. With the 2025 model, Honda doubles down on that identity. At first glance, the design alone sets it apart. You get a tough, almost mini adventure motorcycle look, with sharp bodywork, bold plastics, and that distinctive dual LED headlight setup that feels aggressive and futuristic. Honda hasn't gone for the soft, rounded shapes you see in many scooters. Instead, the ADV 160 looks ready to hit the trails. Even if most of its life will be spent on city roads, it has higher ground clearance than your average scooter, rugged tires, and a taller stance, which all contribute to that adventurous spirit. Now let's talk performance, because looks are only half the story. The 2025 Honda ADV 160 packs a 157cc liquid-cooled, 4-stroke, single-cylinder engine, thanks to Honda's S Plus technology, which stands for Enhanced Smart Power Plus. The motor delivers smooth and efficient performance while keeping emissions low. It's rated around 16 horsepower, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in the scooter world, that's more than enough to zip through traffic and handle longer rides with ease. Riders who've tested it report strong acceleration for city use, and the engine feels refined, without excessive vibration. That's something Honda is known for, building powertrains that are reliable and butter-smooth. Fuel efficiency is another highlight. The ADV 160 is capable of returning around 45 to 50 kilometers per liter depending on riding style. That means you can cover a lot of ground before worrying about refueling, making it practical not just for commuting but also for those weekend adventures. The 8.1-liter fuel tank adds to its range, which is impressive for a scooter in this segment. Honda clearly designed this machine to appeal to riders who care about efficiency but still want something exciting. Riding dynamics are where the ADV 160 really separates itself from the pack. Unlike many small scooters that feel twitchy or limited, this one has a more planted and stable ride. That's partly due to its long-travel Showa suspension. Up front, you get telescopic forks, and at the rear, twin shocks with piggyback reservoirs. This setup isn't just about comfort, it's tuned to handle rougher surfaces, potholes, and even light off-road trails. Pair that with 14-inch front and 13-inch rear wheels wrapped in semi-dual-purpose tires, and suddenly you've got a scooter that can handle more than just smooth tarmac. The riding position also feels more upright and relaxed, giving riders better visibility and comfort over long rides. Safety and control are further enhanced by Honda's braking system. The ADV 160 comes with front and rear disc brakes, supported by ABS. Honda Selectable Torque Control, or HSTC, is also included, which helps prevent rear wheel slip during acceleration on slippery surfaces. It's a feature you don't often see in scooters of this size, and it makes a big difference when the weather turns bad or when you're pushing the scooter onto unpaved paths. These features aren't just marketing points, they genuinely make the ADV 160 safer and more versatile. On the tech side, the 2025 ADV 160 is loaded with features that modern riders expect. The fully digital LCD display is sharp and easy to read, offering everything from speed and fuel data to trip information and more. There's a smart key system, so you don't need to fumble with keys every time you want to start the scooter or access storage. Speaking of storage, practicality is another strong suit. You get a large 30-liter underseat compartment that can fit a full-face helmet, groceries, or travel gear. Add to that a glove box with a USB charging port, and suddenly you've got a scooter that's as convenient for daily commuting as it is for weekend getaways. Honda has also focused on rider comfort with this model. The adjustable windscreen gives you some flexibility depending on your riding style or the conditions you're facing. Lower it for city rides where you want maximum airflow, or raise it up when you're cruising on highways to reduce wind buffeting. The seat is wide and well padded, designed not just for the rider but also for a passenger, and the footboard layout allows for multiple riding positions. These small touches go a long way in making the Adverb 160 feel premium compared to many rivals. Now let's talk price, because that's always a major factor. The 2025 Honda Adverb 160 is expected to retail at around $4,500 to $5,000 in the US market, though prices will vary depending on region. In Asian markets, where this scooter is especially popular, it comes in at a much more affordable price point, often under $3,500 equivalent. This makes it a compelling choice for riders who want adventure bike styling and features without spending big money. Considering the tech, the performance, and Honda's reputation for reliability, the Adverb 160 feels like good value. The unique selling point of this scooter is clear: it's not just a commuter, and it's not just an adventure toy. It's a blend of both, which means it appeals to a wide range of riders. If you're someone who mostly rides in the city but doesn't want to feel limited when the road gets rough, this scooter is perfect. If you're a new rider looking for something approachable but still exciting, the Adverb 160 delivers. And if you just want a stylish scooter with premium features and Honda dependability, this ticks the boxes as well. It's also worth mentioning the competition. Most scooters in this displacement range focus solely on urban riding, with smaller wheels, simpler suspension, and fewer safety features. Honda is basically carving out a unique niche with the Adverb 160, offering something few other brands have attempted. Sure, it might not handle hardcore off-roading like a dual-sport motorcycle, but that's not really the point. The Adverb 160 is about versatility and confidence. It's about making a scooter that feels fun and capable in more situations than you'd expect. So, who should buy the 2025 Honda Adverb 160? If you want a scooter that stands out visually, one that gives you that mini adventure bike vibe while still being incredibly practical for everyday life, this is the ride for you. It's not the cheapest scooter out there, but what you're paying for is Honda's engineering, reliability, and a package that doesn't compromise between style, comfort, and utility. This is the kind of bike that makes commuting feel less like a chore and more like a little adventure every single day. At the end of the day, the 2025 Honda Adverb 160 isn't just transportation, it's a statement. It says you want practicality, but you also want fun. You need efficiency, but you crave style. You demand comfort, but you won't sacrifice performance. That's what makes this scooter so exciting. Honda has managed to turn the simple act of commuting into something that feels like a daily escape, and for that, the Adverb 160 deserves a spot on your short list if you're in the market for a new two-wheeler.